Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Cram Jam. My name is Jack, also known as Peebus.
That was some pretty cool music. My name is Chris, also known as Erikai.
My name is Marcus, also known as Goon Guy.
Anthony.
True.
It is true. We're back. Chris is back.
Hi.
Chris, how was your time at prison?
I escaped, so I'm currently on the lam, which has been pretty fun. I actually have better internet now that I'm on the run than I did before, which is kind of weird, but currently hiding out underneath a bridge.
Are you still trying to live as Diogenes?
Okay. I may like to sit inside of barrels and rest with wild hounds, but I'm not just trying to rip off his shtick. It's a whole new act that I've come up with myself. Okay.
Okay.
What do you call it?
Diogenes.
Diogenes.
Yeah. It's
Love
totally original.
Perfect.
You realize it's his name, right?
What? Yes, I do know.
I had to make
Okay.
sure.
Well, we're all back once again, and today we are revealing the special surprise that I mentioned in the previous episode. If you haven't listened to that, go ahead and listen to it.
Right now.
Yeah, listen to it right now. Shut this off.
Otherwise, this is spoilers for the last episode, guys.
No. Play them both at the same time.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. On repeat, so we keep getting the ad revenue.
Thank you. We don't have enough followers to have ads. We don't even have ads. Anyways, so we are planning a Dungeons and Dragons campaign stream. We are going to do it in segments. And the first one, we haven't decided what campaign we're doing, so we thought it'd be fun to each pick a campaign pitch. So we're gonna have a simple setting, maybe a description of the quest. We'll do another episode. I think next episode we're gonna go over our character sheets, and then So what we're gonna do, we're all gonna pitch our ideas, and then we're not deciding yet. We're going to let you guys decide. So while you're hearing this, there will be a poll up on our Instagram. Please go to our stories and vote which pitch you like the best.
And
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
Jack said stream. It is not a stream. It is just a normal podcast. But
Yeah,
we
we are
doing
not
Dungeons and
streaming.
Dragons.
Why do I fucking keep calling it that?
Well, it's actually because Jack's starting his streaming up on his Twitch channel. Jack, plug us your name. What's your Twitch channel name?
At Hassan Abi.
Yep, it's actually him. Anyways, another real quick disclaimer: because of the nature of D&D, no promises that when the campaign's actually going, that the plot line will completely stick, because it's all created on the spot. However, this is going to be the basic kind of idea, at least, that we're going to try and aim for with the plot lines. We have a DM coming in. He's a professional DM. Highly trained, one of the world's greatest. Yes, one of the world's greatest.
He majored in Dungeons and Dragons.
He actually did go to college, which is more than most of us here. So, anyways,
I think all of us went to college.
That's
just
true.
None of us finished.
Actually,
it.
so we're all in the some boat.
Yeah.
Never mind. All right.
Except Anthony, actually.
Yeah, I didn't go to college. I just took a shitload of college classes in high school.
Yeah.
You could say I just took a shit.
Yeah, I just took a shit, man.
I
can't do
I
college.
just took a shit. Actions speak louder
I was
than
busy.
words.
But
So.
yeah, Jack, you want to start us off?
You know what? I wasn't expecting to, but yeah, sure, why not? I'll start us off. So my pitch, it's pretty simple. I'm pitching that we're not doing anything. I think we shouldn't do anything too special. We should keep it straight to the lore of Cram Jam. We've had kidnappings. We've had Chris started World War I that one time.
I mean, just the once. The second one wasn't on me, guys. We can all agree on that.
Everybody gets one.
The second one wasn't my fault. We can all agree on that, guys.
It's true. It was Marcus. But I don't think we should do any medieval. You know, I don't want any time travel in Cram Jam, if you know what I'm saying. So I think we set it modern day. Just us. It begins with us recording the podcast, and then something terrible happens. We get a call that our number one fan, President Joe Biden, has been kidnapped.
No,
real fan of the show.
No,
biggest fan of the
Joe
show.
Biden.
President Joe Biden has been kidnapped,
Joe.
and the United States Secret Service, CIA, and FBI have all hired us to get on the case, and we discover that he was stolen by our arch nemesis, Big Bungus.
No.
Dun, dun, dun. It's happened again, and we go on an epic quest to save Joe Biden and kill Big Bungus once and for all.
Hell yes.
It's a simple plan. I came up with it 15 minutes ago.
What
Hell
is
yeah.
what do the enemies look like?
Yeah, what
Enemies, they look like your closest family and friends.
Anthony's rich dad is one of the enemies.
Anthony's dad is going to be
my Jewish father.
He's going to become a
He's
recurring character.
boss.
He's going to be a character in this, at least in this arc, if we do this one.
His
that
name
is
is
a promise.
Donald.
Donald.
Anytime
Lamp.
anybody comes over, he immediately goes, "What are you buying?"
Jesus Christ.
I don't.
Anthony's family is Jewish. This is very relevant.
Yeah.
That's a reference to a video game. That's a video game reference. Woo!
Video
Okay,
game.
I didn't know that.
You're just being anti-Semitic now, Jack.
What? My family's also Jewish.
I know.
If we win a battle, do we all say good job, and then if we lose, we say big knob?
If we lose,
actually,
we die.
Yeah, if we lose, we're
if you
fucking
lose,
dead in
you're
real
dead
life.
and the campaign's over.
Oh,
Marcus, have you played Dungeons and Dragons? Just
I
curious.
have. I've had and and both
You've
of
played
them.
with him in our school.
No, we have no.
No, he was not in there.
I
He
wanted
totally
to.
was.
No. I wanted to very badly, but then my mom is like, "Why were you going out?" I'm like, "Cause I'm playing Dungeons and Dragons." And then she literally was like, "Really?" Like as if she didn't already know I was a huge fucking nerd because I love Mario and Sonic. And then she has the audacity to be like, "That game's for nerds." I'm like, "Okay, you're not my high school crush."
I didn't know my son was a fucking loser.
No, why would I care what my mom thinks? But she's like, that's not a good reason to leave the house.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Motherfucker really took choir and theater and was the lead in a musical. And she's like, "Is my son a fucking nerd?" After he wants to play D&D, bro. Fucking damn, bro.
yeah.
Damn.
To be fair, though, D&D does have another level of, wow, you kind of are a dork to it, but at the same time, that's a stigma.
It absolutely does.
Yeah.
It's like the next evolution.
Yeah. It's
I don't know. Who
gaming
cares?
Involved.
Who fucking cares?
I don't.
I love D&D. Here, real quick, before we go on, do we want to talk about our just personal histories with D&D? Like, if we played, how much we played, just so people have an idea for, like, if they're experienced D&D listeners out there, so that they don't get pissed off with us for being, like, shit at the game. Because, like, here's the thing, is we're going to be doing all this is going to be definitely a lot of homebrewed shit. For any of you hardcore D&D fans, we're not sticking strictly to the formula. We're making up shit, and we're having a good time with it. So, but do you guys want to talk about, we just talked about Marcus's history. Do you guys want to talk about the rest of y'all playing D&D?
Absolutely, and I'd love to go first.
Yeah, go
Feel
for
free.
it.
D&D and I met 16 years ago.
Oh my god. Oh my god, this is
When
so
you
cute.
were 5,
Yes, when I was 5
you were
is
groomed
already
by
really
D&D.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ.
D&D gets canceled on Twitter.
D&D and I have been together on and off for the past 16 years. Whether
Her name is Dina, canonically.
Dina D.
and I would play with Dina, whether it be online or in person. That's actually where my first username comes from. It derives from, because I didn't know how to spell my fucking name when I was 5, so I tried to spell my name.
That's where it comes from?
And I spelt my first username. Antel.
Hold on.
Wait.
Your gamer name for the past 16 years stemmed from you not knowing how to spell your name.
Wait, hold on. I changed my gamer tag, my friend.
Which one are we talking about?
We're talking about Antel.
That's even further from your.
Oh my god.
It has the first 3 letters.
No, I thought you meant lamp.
God. Lamp God.
Yeah.
This
very
is like
similar.
Anthony lore, actually.
Yeah, this
It
is
is.
the
Yeah,
Anthony
straight
Lord
up.
episode.
Anthony origin story.
Yeah.
It was really funny, and I loved it, so I kept with it for so long. And my full username actually used to be Antel426, and that's not even my birthday 426. I just forgot the password to Antel425, so I kept it Antel426.
Oh my god.
That's so goddamn funny.
Back to Dina. God, I always forget about her existence. It's an abusive relationship.
Okay.
I prefer.
Did you just want to out yourself in front of us? Is that why you went into that? Because you didn't. That really, you didn't need to go that far and expose all of that right there. Were you just holding on to that for a long time?
No, I just thought it'd be funny to bring up in the moment.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It was.
So, I'm more used to Dina when she's 3. I've recently become acquainted with 5E specifically. I've played a couple of other versions, but I'm used to classic, just 3, just straight vibing, no homebrewed stuff, and just a classic campaign. However, I think I flourish in classic campaigns because I am a chaotic motherfucker, and I will do whatever it is in my power to make my DM hate me. And it has worked 90% of the time.
Oh my god. Here we go.
Oh no.
This is gonna be fun.
Are you all done?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Jack?
My experience is very short. I've always found it interesting. Overall, I really like old stuff. I like 80s aesthetic, and D&D is very much that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'd always wanted to do it. And we have a couple of friends who played D&D a lot, Anthony and I, and also Marcus. And I was able to sort of join their discussion about starting a new campaign. And while they were talking about it, I would ask a question, and everyone would just sort of fucking look at me, like I'm an idiot, and I am. And I was immediately like, yeah, I don't know if I'm ready for this.
It's a lot at first.
It seems so fucking complicated.
It's so complicated at first.
I hadn't touched it for the longest amount of time. When I mentioned that Anthony would play with some people in one of our classes, I didn't play. I would just sort of sit at my computer and just make fun of them.
This is 100% true. We have many videos of him calling us virgins.
And it was 100% deserved.
I wasn't wrong.
Hey, real quick. What was our school called?
What was our school called?
I'm sorry?
In Cram Jam lore, what's our school called?
Off the record. Off the record.
I don't fucking remember.
Okay, off the record. Also, Jack, do you remember what you edit these? Do you remember what our town we talked about is called?
No, I don't remember any of these things.
I remember.
What is it?
High school.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I forgot about
Thanks
that.
for the fucking editing. I believe it was called Bo.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it was Bo.
And then we found out it was an anime.
All right, back on the record.
Jack used to call us the virgins.
I don't remember that, but I believe you.
Yeah, funny enough, I don't either. That's crazy.
Again, you can't say that I was wrong. But anyways, I've always been interested in it, and I finally got the opportunity to play with Chris and Anthony and a couple other friends of ours, and it was a great fucking time. It was a fun campaign. I had a little tiefling guy based on Hellboy, and it was fun. It was a good time. So that's my experience with D&D.
Hell yeah. My personal experience is the first time I ever played D&D, I was like 10 years old at a friend's birthday party sleepover thing, and we played it, and I had the best fucking time. You know, it was just a bunch of kids with his dad DM'd for us, and it was just a one-shot campaign. And then I went the next day to talk to a certain female authority figure. I'm not going to go into more details, just to not shame them. And their first response was, "Doesn't that have real necromancy in it?"
Yes.
Aren't the spells in it like real magic spells and really evil? And I was like, because that's real. Yes, there is
it also
real
has
necromancy.
real half demon, half people.
and real halflings and dwarves and elves. It's all crazy how the room comes alive when you play it.
If the DM's a cool guy, there's real recromancy. Recromancy? Necromancy.
Ruh-roh.
Got it.
There's also real dice.
The Dark Lord Scooby be like recromancy.
Jesus Christ.
I laughed at that. I can't even be mad.
Anyways, so then I didn't get to play again until I went up and I was at a summer camp for I worked there for a whole fucking summer, and I was on like the kitchen staff with one of the cafes, and we'd go every night because we didn't have to deal with any of the kids, and we'd just go play D&D, but we had no actual like guidebooks or anything like that. Just one of the guys had been DMing for years, so he just came up with everything on the spot, made a ton of, like, as far from his memory, all the rules and everything for us, and like then we played for the whole summer, and that was an incredible experience. We had no visual things. It was just a bunch of people sitting around a table, usually outside in the dark, so we couldn't even see each other, and just voice acting, for a couple hours every day, which was just really an awesome time. And my favorite thing, later on I ended up getting to play again with Jack Anthony and a few other friends, and my favorite thing about D&D in general is just being able to, a lot of people when they play D&D, they think about, the DM is controlling the story. The DM controls half the story. You control the other half because the camera follows you. Wherever you decide you want to go is where the DM has to narrate. So you control the DM to an extent, And so it's my favorite thing to do is just to be like, all right, for example, we meet a character that we really like. In Jack Anthony and I's campaign, there is this Loxodon, big elephant dude named Jeff, that was an enemy that we tricked him into being on our side, and because of how well we rolled, when it turned out when we infiltrated the castle he was guarding, after he helped us get in, he helped us break into the castle, and then he goes in as we're like in the middle of fighting guards. He sees us fighting the guards, and he joined our side instead. Because we rolled high on charisma, and we got a new teammate for the rest of the time we played that campaign. And it was this big elephant dude named Jeff, and it was like
who was super powerful, by the way.
Who was also just a one-time thing. He was just supposed to be the front gate guard. We
spent like 40 minutes just
talking to Jeff,
fucking elephant guard outside the castle.
and the more you talk to characters, the more the more real that character becomes, and the more fleshed out they become. As like, instead of this flat elephant guard, he became this sweet but kind of a little bit dumb guy who just hated his bosses. But
literally a fucking
it was we loved him though. He was so great. He was the best.
Jeff.
Even though he was being controlled by his blood.
And speaking of which, the other fun thing about that campaign is I was in on a little secret the whole time, because the DM, who is also going to be the same DM for our current campaign, who's also my brother, approached me beforehand and asked if I wanted to betray everyone for him and be an undercover agent. And so the whole time I had to hide from everyone that I was secretly on the other team and that I was the final boss they had to fight. Which was a really, really cool experience to be the enemy against you guys, I guess. It was really cool to be able to experience that, because at the same time, I didn't like, as my character, I didn't want to kill you guys. I was being controlled by my blood, but at the same time, I was needing to kill you guys to survive. And it got to a point where the only reason I ended up surviving in the end is because the person that was left with me to fight me at the very end was the paladin, whose whole thing is that he won't kill anyone. And so he refused to kill me. And that's the only reason I survived. And then they found out I was being controlled by my blood. But it was like they could have killed me, and that would have been the end of that character, which was the original intent. Only if they had done everything perfectly would I have been able to live, and that's what ended up happening. And there was even things that my brother told me about later that he had planned in that tower that we went into that we never even got to saw. Apparently there was a massive 4-armed gorilla dude hiding under the floorboards that would have helped us if we freed him.
What?
Yeah,
you didn't know that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you left before you explained that.
Oh yeah,
that's fucking so funny.
Exactly, but there was just a ton of stuff
had a
that
big monkey friend.
Yeah, but we didn't roll high enough on our investigation checks to find any trapdoors.
Not to mention the fact that we skipped the entirety of the castle. We were not meant to live that campaign. We were not meant to get past that room.
Oh, yeah, no. We actually, because of just sheer dumb luck and manipulation of Jeff, we got Jeff to throw half our party into the top floor just as me and Anthony snuck up there in time to distract the guards from them long enough for them to run into the staircase, for the guards to chase us into the staircase, and for us to use stealth for the guards to run past us. And then one of our witches ran into the staircase, used thaumaturgy to make step sounds down the stairs, and had the guards run back past us, and then we all sprinted up the stairs behind everyone. It was
a fucking crazy campaign.
There was no way we should have lived that, and every time we made a roll, it was just the look on the DM's face was just like, how did you guys? Okay, whatever. But it was such a good time, and ever since then I've been really into listening to different other creators who make D&D content and stuff like that, and I've been wanting to play D&D again, so I actually introduced this idea to these gentlemen, and now here we are. There's my history. And
we sure are here.
Yeah, and now you know what time it is? It's time for Anthony to give us his
Incorrect.
idea.
It's time for Marcus to give his thing.
You know what? I did read my watch wrong. It is Marcus's turn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a broken watch is right 7 times a day. So
what?
And Marcus's turn is right now.
Explain that.
Nope, we're going on.
We don't have to.
So I got this new D&D plan. All right.
Big elephant guy.
Basically, we get a big monkey, and he's got huge hands. I mean, some really big hands.
Oh my god! Some really big grabbers. Some huge, massive claspers.
Claspers. Real big punching bags, if you will. Anyways, so
take your time.
So what I think we should do is we should play out the Sonic High School storyline as Sonic characters, but the Sonic High School is just a base model of what can happen. We have to obviously finish Sonic High School, so the audience is up to speed on what's happening. And then,
hold on, pause. So far, your pitch is that we D&D roleplay as Sonic characters from the story's Sonic High School, which we haven't even finished, which we have 20 chapters left. So you want us to finish all 20 chapters in episodes first?
No, we're creating with this. So the Sonic High School is the manga. We're creating the anime. This is the alternate storyline.
Yeah, no, I was thinking it could be either a what is it called? An epilogue story or an alternate universe. Basically, the audience already has a grasp of who these characters are. Sonic is a guy with big smelly poop and big feet, and everyone else is just
a hedgehog.
I remember his big feet.
I hope you're
That's
aware,
his
Marcus, that if we were to do this story, we'd have to get permission from the great Dark Firemaster 69.
No, we don't. No, we don't. That is in the free domain.
Parody.
Do you have any
Parody.
idea how likely it is that man is dead?
What also, he said, someone found his IP address and shot him in the face. All right? And yes, I mean he. There's no way any other gender could have written that. That was a man.
Was male.
That was a
male.
man.
That was a man's story.
That was a
That was a
boy.
30-year-old man.
It was a
in his
13-year-old
mom's
boy
basement.
who
in
was
his mom's basement with the greasiest
It
keyboard.
was a 13-year-old boy who has since then created a sequel.
God damn it. Anyway, so
I don't like
basically
the actual
we
canon.
would just be playing out whatever the dungeon master would go have for us. I can't even get into the plot because I want the the dungeon master to figure it out, even though regrettably for him to get context he would have to unfortunately read all of Sonic High School. And there'd be enemies like Sonic's crippling anxiety and Tails'
Sonic's itchy balls.
Sonic's ball problem.
bro problem.
Bring in the guest
roll
to
for-
play
Sorry,
Sonic's
sorry.
ball problem.
Sonic's gay ball problems.
Gay.
Sonic has to roll a sleight of hand to itch his balls without the class noticing.
So you have to roll the die to make sure the class doesn't notice you touching your smelly balls. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of romance in it. Everyone's gonna fuck a lot. So yeah, I think I don't want to do this anymore. Actually,
But now it's already out there, and now it's votable. That's the issue. You see, now it's already in the podcast, so now people can vote on it.
if you vote for this, we know who you vote for. So if you vote for Sonic High School, I
will
swear
find
to
you.
God,
I'll literally block you from all of our accounts.
exactly.
We're
And
blocking
I'll,
you.
doing this.
I'll know who you are too.
Great. Usually when we do polls, we always have at least one joke answer. So,
Yeah,
thanks,
yeah.
Marcus, for taking the bullet.
Who knows? Maybe it's not even a joke answer. Maybe it will actually come to fruition, and then we'll have the worst D&D.
And maybe
experience of our
Chris's
lives.
brother replaces you for the rest of the podcast runtime.
Good.
Maybe Miles could too.
Yeah, that'd be a good fix.
Where's Miles at? Get him in here.
All right.
Go get
Hey, yo.
Miles.
Hey, Miles.
Yo.
I'm genuinely gonna wait for Miles to come.
No, yeah, I
Deadass?
wasn't joking. I wasn't joking.
All right.
I was being
We're
honest.
gonna bring Miles on, and we're gonna ask him what he thinks we should do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And he has to come up with it on the spot.
Yep. In the meantime, Marcus, go get him while we listen to Anthony's.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, Miles, come up.
Oh my
Come
God.
up. Come
calling him.
upstairs.
Did you call him? Is he? He's in the same building as you. You fucking called him?
All right.
I respect it. We're recording a podcast.
I do
you didn't want to
respect it
leave.
too.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my
I'll go
Lord.
get him.
On that grind.
Amazing.
Okay, so
Get Dennison, your dog.
my campaign idea would be quite similar to that of Jack's because we actually can discuss this in the
Yeah.
chat. Where
That was
which
the first one I said, I think.
yeah, we discussed this and the fact that we should play our own like characters, our own like peoples, you know, like Chris will play Erikai, the Robot Man, Marcus will play Goon Guy, I'll play Lamp, and then Jack will play Peebus. And with that being said, I was thinking we should do like an origin story, but make it completely fucked up, and make it like entirely quest based and have it all like realistic, like normal life situations, but it's D&D and you fight things, and by things I mean people. And we would have our characters and our characters, our classes, and our move sets be based off of our characters. So, like, for instance, if I was a fucking if I was a wizard and I wanted to cast Expelliarmus, my guy, I would be like, hey, yo, turn on the lights. Shit like that. I can't give a good example right now. I'm incredibly sleep deprived.
Hey, turn on the lights.
I apologize. I have been up for a very long
Why was
time.
Harry Potter so scared of the Dementors? He could have just turned on the lights.
Yeah, I mean, come on, just bring a flashlight, dude. Easy.
Oh, fuck.
Why do you need your magic spells to light up a room when you can carry one in your pocket?
I like it, though. I like it.
I think, however, we should scrap that idea and do the big bungus one.
Well, all right.
Well,
so
we're gonna vote. We're gonna
So we
let
have
the people
the-
decide.
So far, our campaigns that we have the past of our origin story, the past of Cram Jam. We have the very recent past, our last arc that Cram Jam just went on, the Bungus route.
And possibly
And then-
future. And those are the only 2 campaigns we have so far.
Wait, and yeah, there's no other options except for the one I'm about to introduce. Real quick before that, just to fill in a 4th option, since we, for some reason, don't have a 4th option.
What happened with that?
I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah, so weird.
Just, it's us playing our actual characters, but in the D&D fantasy setting, just doing maybe one of those other styles, but in the medieval setting instead of a modern. Just in case you guys want to see it medieval, you can vote on that.
A classic D&D
More
campaign.
well, classic, but it'll definitely have homebrews in it.
It'll be a little special.
It'll be a little spicy.
To add a 5th campaign idea.
I actually have my real campaign.
To
idea.
add a 5th campaign idea, I have a beautiful idea. The campaign takes place on a spaceship, and we all have these tasks.
Oh my fucking god!
I like this one. I think this one. It
Marcus
could be a
left
hit.
the call.
Honestly,
done?
though, that'd
Is it
be
done?
kind of.
Is it done? Is it
If
done?
someone were to do
Is
that
it done?
campaign, I'd
Is it
love
done?
to watch it.
Is Anthony done? Is Anthony not talking about Among Us right now? Is he done?
I think he's done.
Okay.
I think he's done talking about it.
Is Miles-
You know what?
is
I'm gonna
Miles
make sure
here?
he's. Oh.
So, well, I said he'll come back when we are all finished talking about the broad pitches. But once we're all done, we'll give him like a quick elevator pitch, 10 seconds, and you have to pick one. Also, Jack, I did not mute my Audacity audio for that, so have fun editing us bickering.
No, here's the thing. I know that you didn't. Because why would you?
Jack, there's our cold open. Just Marcus
There's our
arguing
cold
with
Marcus and
arguing with
Miles quietly arguing.
Yeah.
It's not quiet. We're like right next to the mic. He's like, Marcus, where's the video that I told you to show him? the one where it's just a bunch of stupid memes together. Yeah.
Oh my
Anyways.
God.
All right, for
We
our
gotta get
final
Miles on the
pitch.
pod.
Yeah. we
Yeah,
got
Miles
it.
is our next guest. So our final pitch that we have. So we have the origin story of how the podcast came to be. We have the Bungus arc, and now for a future arc. So what ends up happening is we're this very similar setting to the original, because we had discussed kind of wanting to do this as a modern day one. So it's us. We finish up a recording of the podcast, and we're going when all of a sudden we get an email from Amazon. What? Oh no, who is it? The big Jeffy B himself. And he's telling us and he talks about how it is finally his time to have the robot uprising take over the world. What does this mean? It means we're all fucked, right? So what do we have to do? We have to get ready to fucking fight Jeffy B and take him down. Huh?
Okay.
Now, what we know about Jeffy B, what does he have? A spaceship.
Oh my God.
And then inside the spaceship, there's gonna be these little characters.
Little bean-shaped fellas.
Oh wait,
Fuck!
all right. If we do the Jeff Bezos route, I'm going to make it so that my brother includes the Among Us characters as characters we can kill.
just random
Just
cannon
to-
fodder.
Yeah, no, just as like the goblins for us to kill.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm down 100%.
But yeah, with that idea, because my brother actually talking to him, he has talked about how he has some fun ideas for if we had wanted a sci-fi themed campaign, and so that would be the more technologically advanced route. If we went that way, we'd have more, that'd probably end up being a space battle, robot enemies, that kind of shit. With Bungus, where you're seeing more like us going out into the caves in the woods and traveling through dungeons, looking for, fighting off all of his monster brethren, just to get to Joey himself. And then with Origin Story, you're gonna see just the Italians, I'm sure, at least on Jack's side. But I don't know who else.
What?
Who's Jeffy B?
Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos. What do you?
Oh my fucking Christ.
Jeffrey Bezos.
You really didn't connect those dots.
Dude!
Email from Amazon. Who is it?
It's
What?
been
Jeffy
a
B?
long day.
Yeah, Anthony
Yeah,
got a
Anthony
concussion.
did get hit by 400 pounds of equipment earlier today.
I had a
Anyways.
5-hour shift that turned out to be 11.
Hell yeah.
We like it.
And now you're here to record the podcast. Hell yes, just what you wanted to do.
I want you to know that
All right.
I took a bath and I fell asleep in it before this podcast started.
Damn.
All right. So before we
Anthony
give
could
them
have.
to Miles,
Anthony could have been dead and drowned in his own
Yeah.
bathtub.
and we would
I
have
set
no
an
clue.
alarm.
You could have gone into a coma easily in that bathtub.
I set an alarm.
That wouldn't wake you up from a fucking coma.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Why don't they just set alarms at hospitals? That would solve a lot of issues, guys.
What are they doing?
Yeah, they have their phones on silent mode. Come on.
My God.
Bro, you have COVID? Just
Jeez.
fucking set an alarm, my guy.
Alarm, dude.
Just don't sneeze.
Okay. Get Miles in here.
All right,
All right.
before he gets in here, just a review. Our 5 different
Miles.
ones. We have the medieval Cram Jam. We have Cram Jam Origins. We have the Big Bungus arc. We have Cram Jam the Bezos arc. So Cram Jam in space. And then we have the Forbidden one.
The Forbidden Ark.
The Forbidden arc.
That's what
And
it's
I
going to
say,
be called.
You know what? And I say, I'm gonna make a veto on Marcus's idea for putting it in there. We would still be ourselves, but in the Sonic High School universe. So we're stuck somehow in the Sonic High School universe, and we have to escape.
We have to
could do
fight
that.
Sonic the
We have
Hedgehog.
to fight. Yeah, we have to kill them all and fight our way out.
I like this better. We're changing it to that.
Or help Sonic.
Wait.
Collect the 7 Chaos Emeralds.
What, Marcus?
If we're banning your other one, how about that? Is that a happy medium for you? Do you like that? That way we don't have to hate ourselves for an hour and a half as we have to play Sonic.
Yeah, we don't have to pretend to be Knuckles.
As long as Sonic's ball problem is still in there.
Oh no, yeah.
Marcus,
That would actually be his weakness. That's how we kill him.
Marcus, who did you voice when we did Sonic High School?
The man himself.
Sonic. Hey, Miles is here. I don't know, actually.
Welcome, Miles.
Everyone applaud. And here he is.
Wait,
At
don't
home.
put it on. Don't put the headphones on. I can't hear them if the.
Hi, Mark. Hi, Miles.
Just tell him to get closer to the microphone. That's more important.
What's up, Miles?
Well, he does need to be able to hear us.
Hello?
Hey.
How's it going?
What's going on, dude?
What's poppin'?
You guys should record the podcast in the same room so the audio is really good.
Yeah, we'll work on that. Thank you.
Yeah, it's.
Why is that
we're
funny?
working on the one room that links both our city and Marcus's city, but we're having a little trouble with it.
We are all actually in different cities.
That's true.
Fully, actually.
We actually are. Wow.
What about the Discord delay? Doesn't it, I watch so much of that.
No, the delay is really bad sometimes. But
I want you to know that I've just censored the podcast you just listed. Nobody else gets airtime on our pod.
Yeah, no. We
All
do
right,
not
so-
give free plugs to them.
So these are the we're gonna do a D&D campaign, Miles, and we need you to pick the one that you think that is the best.
Hey, yo, that's not
This is not what he's here
that's
for.
not what he's doing.
Oh,
Marcus, you
He's
just lied
giving
to
us
me.
a
No,
pitch.
no.
oh
Yeah.
Marcus, that looks nothing
Yeah.
like you.
Okay.
Why don't you let me animate you in the
He's talking about the dang gaming intro thing that I made in like 2014.
Okay.
Anyways,
what is his pitch for our D&D campaign? Quick.
oh, so
Yeah.
Miles is doing it.
Yes.
Yeah, Miles
Oh,
has to come up
sorry,
with it
Miles,
now.
change of plans. So,
What the hell does that mean?
what is make a pitch right now? What is
What
it?
does a pitch mean?
What?
Like a baseball?
No, like a like a quick story.
I just want to say this is
on like a
exactly what I
campaign
wanted.
that we could do for D&D.
Balloon animals.
Do you say
What a-
balloon animals?
What about balloon animals?
That's what you have to figure out. That's your pitch.
This isn't improv. That's not. We don't get a prompt. What about balloon animals?
They're the same person.
They like turned evil or something.
Did they mute?
Is he still there? What's happening?
I can't hear either of them. What happened to them?
Jesus Christ. That could not have gone better.
That is exactly what I wanted to happen when I asked for Miles, and I could not be happier.
Oh my lord! If you guys
Oh,
want to see
holy
more of
shit.
Miles on the podcast,
Let us know.
I want to see more of Miles on the podcast. I don't give a shit if they want
I don't know why you wouldn't.
Now, we have our 5 options. We have Medieval, Cram Jam Origins, Big Bungus, Jeffy B, Trapped in Sonic. Everyone?
Trapped in Sonic High School.
thank you, please, for the love of Christ.
I don't want that fan art.
Oh, true. Okay, I didn't even think. I just was shortening. Okay. Anyways, ignoring that, so, of those 5, you know what? I say, well, okay, actually, here, let's just say, everyone, what's your favorite of those 5? Jack? What'd you go with?
I'm now that we've changed it, I'm kind of into us being trapped in Sonic High School.
Oh, God.
But I think that I'd rather go with Jeffy B maybe.
Jeffy B?
I think fighting robots sounds pretty fun.
I want to do Jack's campaign. Bongo.
Bungus. I like the Bungus. I like the Bungus, too.
I'm gonna pick Jack's one too because that one makes the most sense.
None of them makes sense.
Yeah, none of them make sense.
Yeah, you're right.
Makes about as much sense as fucking going to space with Jeff Bezos and fighting robots.
Or being trapped inside of Sonic High School.
Okay. So yeah, you guys get the final vote. Anthony, what is the fucking noise coming out of your microphone?
What is that sound, please?
Oh, I am so sorry. I was scratching my desk.
Please don't do that.
Never again.
That's
I
awful.
deeply apologize.
That's okay.
I was really confused as to why the Earth was erupting beneath me.
Okay. Now on to surprise segment. Now it's been a while since we've done one of these, but it's one of my favorites because I love reading people's reviews of movies that suck.
Hell yeah.
So I've got here what has been called on Twitter as the definitive criticism of this film. You might be thinking, what film is this? Well, recently, an adaptation was released of a very popular contemporary musical known as Dear Evan Hansen,
Oh no.
starring 26-year-old man Ben Platt in the role of a much, much younger person.
16 years old? Yeah?
I believe he's 16 in the show.
16 or 17, bro.
Yeah.
But
so
16-year-old actors don't exist, so I
The
mean,
only-
I don't blame them.
Exactly.
It's true. It's true. So I'm just gonna jump into it. I don't think any of us have seen this movie, correct?
No, and nor do any of us plan on it. And if you do, let me know immediately, please and thank you.
I do plan on seeing it eventually because it seems
We're moving into the
hilarious.
call.
Because
Wait, oh,
Not because I genuinely
All right, yeah.
am interested in it. I'm interested to see how much of a train wreck it is.
Okay,
And
fair enough,
this
fair
review is what got me very excited. This is a review on Letterboxd, my favorite place, by Esther Rosenfield.
What a name that is.
Yeah.
What decade, century is this, my guy?
I don't know. They've got
This woman is
They've got
107.
almost 6,000 likes on this review. It is a. Wait a minute. This review has no stars.
Oh my gosh.
The ones below it have like 1 and 1.5, but there is no star listed in this review.
It's too powerful.
So it's of course everyone who knows anything about this movie knows that Ben Platt's face looks horrific in this film. They gave him like weird prosthetics to try to make him look younger, and they just make everything worse. So this is how this review begins. It's 5 paragraphs, but I'm not going to read all of them. I'm just going to read the highlights. It begins. There's also no capitalization, I should point out.
Sweet.
Probably the most remarkable thing about this film is that you really never get used to the fact that he looks like that. Even in the late moments of this 137-minute film, which, by the way, way too fucking long, I was still jolted by occasional cuts to Ben Platt's puffy, doughy visage, newly horrified by his Inland Empire-esque facial contortions and body language that has been seen in cinema only once before in F.W. Murnau's expressionist classic Nosferatu.
Oh my god.
His exaggerated hunch, hysterically twitchy hands, and latex-smooth prosthetics serve only to make Platt, who was 26 years old when the film was shot, look like a man in his mid-40s. His casting surely ranks among the most misguided, disastrous decisions in cinematic history, right around John Landis telling Vic Moreau and the kids to stand there, which I don't get that reference at all.
What does that mean?
I have no fucking clue, but
But I feel like that's Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Chris has sent through a photo of Steve Buscemi doing the how do you do, fellow kids?
Genuinely, I just looked up to see what he looked like. The first thing I thought of was the "How do you do, fellow kids" fucking meme. He looks like it. If you look at any of the pictures of him just in the high school next to the other children, it's like, what?
Yeah, he
What
looks
are you-
gross. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you look like you're creeping on. Like here, okay, him next to I'm pretty sure this is him next to his mom here. He looks 30. He looks older than he really is. Like he genuinely.
He really does.
Look at this.
Ew.
He's so weird looking. And why
Yeah.
does he? I feel like either he made himself way thin for this movie in order to also look younger, or they've like digitally made him thinner.
I feel like they digitally did it.
Why
It
does
doesn't
it look like
it's so uncanny valley.
this
Yeah.
picture looks like it's from a 2006 edgy music video.
Yeah,
It actually does. This looks like
Where-
the music video for like 21 Guns.
Or Eminem.
where a guy fucks his friend's mom. That's what it looks like. It's a 24-year-old dude trying to fuck his friend's mom. Like that's what.
Oh God.
Like
Um,
21 moms.
Okay. 21 years. Okay. Dear Evan Hansen, a true.
21
What
years
makes
older
Dear-
than the other kids.
What makes Dear Evan Hansen a true marvel, though, is how perfectly Platt's presence works to amplify the horror of a story so sociopathic that only people on Broadway could find it endearing and uplifting. The main
I
character's
get it,
self-serving
endear.
deception, as monstrous as it is, may have come across like the actions of an awkward young man who hasn't learned how to interact with people, forced into a particular role by a grieving family that he is too guilt-stricken to escape from, caught up in a whirlwind of newfound attention and compassion, blah, 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 blah. Unfortunately, it's hard to feel any of these things when the person in question looks like an undercover cop.
It's so real.
It's a very good point. I also hate the story of this musical, and apparently the movie just makes it even worse.
Of course it does.
Yeah.
And here's where it gets really fucking annoying. Platt's defense of his casting, which alighted the fact that the film's producer is his father,
Is it?
Was that yes?
Which
was
is-
that
which
the
is
film
whack.
wouldn't have gotten made without his involvement because audiences associate him so strongly with the character that they couldn't imagine anyone else in the role.
It's not
Not
true.
only-
No, you're his dad. That's why he's the. That's why he is.
Who's they? Who wants that?
The fans?
The
Question mark?
dad.
I have literally heard nobody voice their opinion on this being a good idea.
No. Here's what the review goes on to say. Which is a very good point. Not only was it a bizarre sideswipe at the five actors who played the character on Broadway and in the touring company after Platt moved on, which I should add, one of whom, at least one of us, also knows personally.
Wait, really? That's
Yes.
so cool.
Yeah.
That's really, really cool.
I was gonna say which one of us, Jack. Which one of us are you?
Sorry,
counting?
I went one other of us.
Oh yeah.
Aside from me.
I thought you were
anyways.
just saying you don't know him.
Yeah, well, maybe.
Yeah.
Who have played the character on Broadway and in the touring company after Platt moved on, which I didn't know this, one of whom, I have to stress, is Ben Platt's current boyfriend.
Oh my
Really?
gosh.
Didn't know
Which,
that.
Fuck that guy, I guess. But it's also plainly his egomania eclipsing reality. Is there a single person whose appreciation of Dear Evan Hansen is so innately tied to Ben Platt's performance that they could not accept another actor in the role under any circumstances? Is there anyone outside of a cloistered Broadway fandom who sees the title of this movie and thinks, oh, of course, that famous Ben Platt role, and it bears repeating, Platt is terrible here. The only reason to cast him would be the trade-off of the quality of his work, and his work is atrocious.
Oh damn!
It's, this review is the greatest roast of all time.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I don't dislike Ben Platt.
Um,
I just dislike that scenario.
He
Yeah,
just
and-
doesn't look like a kid.
No, and also the movie's it tries to pretend like it's all about mental health and pro, like, support of people with mental health. But the main song of the show and now film is "You Will Be Found," which is basically like fucking Pasek and Paul just jerking themselves off, saying that they're inspirational and this is the number one inspirational Broadway musical. But at the end, Ben Platt is not found. Evan Hansen is not found. He is left alone and worse off than he started.
As he
even
should.
Even the kid who fucking killed himself isn't found. He's used after post-mortem
Yeah.
to make another kid popular and fucking get laid. That's it. Nobody's found. Everyone's still sad at the end.
What is the I will be honest. I've never seen or cared enough to listen to Dear Evan Hansen. I'm just only hearing that this story sucks.
It does.
Is there any? Why is it?
It's awful,
is it
bro.
just because people were like I have mental illness? Is it just because people were like mental illness? Because that's not a good reason.
No.
Is that really the only reason?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
so stupid.
A certain individual we know
It's
was
taking
like,
advantage.
"Oh, the story is about how Ben Platt's character has autism." Nowhere in the script
It's
at
not.
all
It's not
does
at
it
all.
read that. It's not implied. It's not insinuated. It's not said. It's just
He's just kind of awkward and he's alone and he has no friends. That's it.
yeah.
But there's one last paragraph and oh fuck, it's so good. It says, Dear Evan Hansen is defiantly terrible, a story tackling mental health for people who make viral Twitter posts like, today I learned that eating yogurt is a trauma response. Oh my God. A musical whose every number sounds like it's straight from a teen worship service at Our Lady of Perpetual Grooming. A movie that must have been made and could only be enjoyed by budding serial killers. Don't mistake this review for an endorsement. Don't trick yourself into thinking this movie must be seen to believed. All you really need is to look at a single image of Ben Platt's horrible face to get the full experience and imagine it pulling and twisting and contorting into a parade of death masks, an endless montage of grotesquerie, consuming itself and its viewer from within and without until nothing is left of either.
That's the entire review.
God.
That's deep as fuck. What the
I
fuck?
skipped a couple other paragraphs where they just like talk about the songs, but who gives a shit?
That's really good.
Oh my gosh. Good fucking. What was her name? Edna fucking whatever?
Esther Rosenfield.
Yeah.
Same name.
Yeah.
The same
Them.
woman has that name.
Thank you for writing this review and sitting
It was
through
beautiful.
this movie for it. It's so good.
Mm.
One of my favorite reviews I've ever seen.
That's incredible.
Hats
That's
off
it.
to you, Esther.
That's all, everybody. Thank you for listening. Again, please go check out the poll on our Instagram right now, unless you're listening to this very far in the future, in which case, what are you doing?
Go see the poll to see what we end up doing. You
Yeah,
can
see
go
what we-
scroll
see
back
what
in
we
our
did.
history.
And then,
Yeah,
then take a
absolutely.
look.
Voted on.
Next
And
week we will be doing maybe character descriptions. We haven't really talked about it. I kind of just thought of that on the spot at the beginning, but
Yeah, that was a.
You're really just gonna do that to us
like.
like right now? What the fuck?
What the
yeah, we're gonna
fuck
do it
is
right
wrong with
now.
you?
Actually, we're gonna finish this recording and then record the next episode immediately. after.
Alright.
Yeah.
I'm going to bed.
Stockpiling.
So, thanks for listening, everybody. As always, follow us everywhere at Cram Jam Pod on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all over the place. I will say right now that, of course, like every other episode, our D&D episode will be edited, and maybe some, silence or random bits that aren't really necessary to the campaign will be removed. It's going to be a longer episode. It's going to be our super cut. But I will be making us a Patreon, and the first thing that we will be posting on that Patreon is a full unedited version of our D&D campaign Part 1. So
You guys can
keep a
hear
lookout.
all of our little fuck ups.
Absolutely, you can hear all
Yeah.
of our awkward silences, and we'll probably end up doxing ourselves. So
Yeah,
you can
all our
you can
shits
pay
and
to
farts and
you can
comes.
pay to listen to it too.
Yeah.
Not only that, but you also hear us.
That's the end of the episode.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Thanks to Josh for making our theme song.
Woo, go Josh.
And we will see you guys next week.
What's that music?
See ya.
Where's that
Bye.